Let me ask you this. How many times have they told you, oh, you're too late, you're too old, or you've missed your chance? They look at the calendar to define your worth. I look at the mirror and I see work, hunger, and fire. Because age is just a number. Discipline? That's a decision I make every single day. Age is just a number, discipline is a decision. The world loves to put limits on people. You're too young, or too old. It's not the right time. These are just excuses made by those who never dare to push beyond their comfort zone. Age is the easiest excuse for people who want to give up. But the truth is, your birth certificate doesn't decide your success. Your discipline does. You see? Discipline doesn't care about how many candles are on your birthday cake. Discipline doesn't shrink as years grow. In fact, true discipline gets sharper with time. You wake up earlier, you waste less energy, and you become more efficient. Not because you're younger, but because you're more focused. That's the difference between those who stay hungry and those who get comfortable. The ones who stay at the top aren't there because they're the most gifted. They're there because they show up every single day, regardless of how they feel. Discipline is the foundation that defies age. It says, I will outwork everyone, no matter where I started or how old I am. That's the mindset of champions. Champions don't measure themselves by the calendar. They measure themselves by their grind, by the number of sacrifices they are willing to make, by how many times they get up after falling. When most people slow down, the disciplined ones speed up. While others take breaks, they take action. When the body starts to whisper a rest, the disciplined mind shouts one more rep. That's a choice, a decision, made daily, made in the silence when nobody's watching. And that's the beautiful thing. Discipline doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, busy, or aging. It only responds to action. That's why discipline separates the great from the forgotten. You want to be remembered, then let your routine speak louder than your age. Let your preparation echo longer than your prime, because those who rely on youth will eventually fade, but those who rely on work ethic and discipline, they'll outlast the hype. There's no expiration date on excellence, no limit on improvement, but it takes an iron will. It takes consistency that borders on obsession. It takes the ability to wake up every day and attack your goals with the same fire you had when you first started, whether you're 18 or 38. So when people say, we're too old to keep doing this, I'll laugh. Not because you're ignoring reality, but because you've already trained past it. You've learned that mastery isn't built in moments. It's built in decades, through repetition, through routine, through relentless pursuit. That's the truth the lazy never want to face. A success doesn't belong to the youngest, it belongs to the most committed. It doesn't knock politely. Your consistency becomes your legend. Time chases those who never stop moving. Most people believe time is something that controls us, that we're running out of it, that we're racing against it. But that's not how champions think. Champions flip the script. They don't run from time, they make time chase them. Let me explain something real. Time only catches the ones who stand still. If you're constantly moving forward, physically, mentally, emotionally, then time can never hold you back. It may try, but you'll always be one step ahead. That's what the relentless understand. That's what the focused live by. They never stop, never settle, never pause to celebrate too long. Because the mission is bigger than one moment. The hunger is deeper than one victory. Time doesn't reward potential. It rewards movement. Every second you're not working, someone else's. Every hour you relax, someone's grinding harder. So the question is, are you willing to outpace the clock? Not by magic, not by shortcuts, but by being the one who refuses to slow down. Your enemies aren't people. Your real enemy is hesitation, doubt, distraction. That's what time uses to steal your greatness. But when you move with purpose, when you train with obsession, when you stay focused, you become untouchable. The truth is, time respects effort. It bows to those who never stop showing up. When you're always improving, always chasing better, time starts to bend in your favor. You will feel it. While others are aging out, you're leveling up. While they complain about lost years, you're busy making your next year legendary. That's not luck, that's not genetics, that's movement with discipline. That's what it means to keep growing even when the world expects you to fade. It's not about defying time with talent. It's about defying time with work. Relentless, focused, passionate work. Because once you stop, time wins. But if you refuse to slow down, time starts to panic. It tries to keep up with you, but you are already on to the next level. And that's when you become something rare, not just successful, but unstoppable. Because in a world where everyone's waiting for the right moment, you're too busy creating it. So keep moving, keep sharpening, keep chasing the next version of yourself, and watch how time starts falling behind. Fitness is a mindset, not just muscles. People think fitness is about abs, biceps, or the perfect body. That's surface level. Real fitness starts in the mind. It's about showing up when it's raining, when you're tired, when nobody's watching. It's built in early mornings, lonely reps, and the refusal to quit. You train your body by first commanding your mind. You push through the pain not because you enjoy it, but because you're stronger than it. Muscles can fade, but mentality lasts. A fit body without a fit mind is weak. But when your mindset is elite, your body follows. That's the difference between temporary effort and lifelong discipline. Train when it's hard, not just when it's easy. Anyone can train when they feel good, but champions train when it hurts. When the legs are heavy, the body is sore, the mind says rest. That's when the real work begins. Easy days don't build greatness, hard days do. When you push through resistance, you build resilience. You show yourself that quitting isn't an option. That's when you separate yourself. Not in comfort, but in the chaos. Training when it's hard is a statement. It says, I don't wait for perfect. I create progress in the storm. Pain is not a wall, it's a doorway. Most people stop when they feel pain. They think it's a sign to quit. But pain isn't the end, it's the beginning of real growth. It's the test life gives to see how bad you want it. Pain doesn't block you, it reveals you. It shows whether you're serious or just pretending. Every ache, every burn, every struggle is a doorway to the next level. If you push through it, you become something more, something sharper, something stronger. Pain builds power when you choose to walk through it, not run from it. Focus means tunnel vision, no distractions. Focus isn't about having time, it's about protecting your purpose. It's locking in so deep that nothing else matters, not the noise, not the critics, not the temptations. Tunnel vision means your eyes are on one thing, and everything else disappears. You don't just work harder, you work smarter. You work smarter. Every action moves the needle. Every choice fits the mission. Distractions don't stand a chance because your goal isn't a wish, it's an obsession. Motivation fades, obsession lasts. Motivation is a spark, but obsession is the engine. Motivation comes and goes with mood, weather, and emotions. Obsession stays even on the worst days. When you're obsessed, you don't wait to feel ready. You get to work regardless. You don't count hours. You make every second count. Obsession isn't a choice. It's a fire that burns 24/7. It doesn't care about applause or attention. It's personal. It drives you when nothing else will. When motivation is gone, obsession keeps you moving. Legends are built, not born. Not born is born great. Talent may start the journey, but hard work finishes it. Legends are created through sacrifice, repetition, and relentless effort. It's hours of training when no one's clapping. It's falling, failing, and getting back up stronger. Every day, every rep, every decision builds the legacy. Greatness isn't given, it's earned inside. Being a legend isn't luck, it's the result of choosing the hard road again and again, long after others quit. Legacy is written in sweat, not in years. Legacy has nothing to do with how long you've been around. It's about how hard you worked while you were. Some people spend decades doing nothing, others create impact in a few relentless years. Sweat is the ink that writes your name in history. Every drop is proof of the grind, the sacrifice, the late nights and early mornings. Legacy isn't built on birthdays, it's built on battle. On how often you showed up, how deeply you cared, how far you pushed is earned, not inherited. Don't wish for it, work for it. Wishing is passive, it's dreaming without doing. Everyone has dreams, but only a few are willing to bleed for it. If you want it, you can't sit and hope. It takes sweat, pain, and consistent action. Working for it means showing up when it's hard, when it's boring, when no one believes. It means grinding when others quit. Wishing creates fantasy, but work creates results. Those who work don't need luck. They make their own. No more excuses. No more waiting. Train. Focus. Evolve. Subscribe to Motivate with CR7, where legends aren't born, they're built.